Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is Seven of Arrows, Insecurity. And when I meditated on this card this morning and looked at it, one of the things that kind of stood out to me, and I never noticed it before, was the skull that's on that rock. And she's kind of standing on that skull. And immediately made me think of the skull that's in the Seven of Vessels, the morning. And, just the message around that where, those vessels aren't full. It's time to let something go and, move on. And, as we talk about insecurity, a lot of that is just, it's fear and confusion. For us, that leads to, an instability or panic. We kind of get into, away from that foundation of life that we set up yesterday. And, one of the things that I look at on this card is, there are arrows coming at you, all right? And especially in this case, as the green woman, she's standing on that rock and the vines are, intertwining around her, all right, and coming at her. And she's kind of drawing that negative energy in, okay? And, when I think about the difference between positive energy and negative energy, positive is outgoing. It's outgoing energy that just, you could change a lot of things by, changing your attitude or changing your energy patterns, changing your activity level, changing the way you think, okay? And I remember years ago, I always used to wear a little charm that said, PMA, positive mental attitude, always having that positive mental attitude. And, to me, it all starts up in here, okay? And it happens to me. I'll sit in bed, getting ready to go to sleep, and all of a sudden I start thinking about stuff. And, wake up in the next morning and, have a bad day. And it's those thoughts that are in there, those fears, okay, that panic, that thought of, instability, okay, of moving forward. And, what I found within myself is that's a lack of self-discipline, a lack of emotional security within myself. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and, people's comments, sometimes hurt when they say them to me, and they stick with me, and I let it fester. And, it's very difficult for me to get over it because, I want to be, I try to be a very likable and personable person with other people. But when I can't fit in, when you feel like you're not fitting in with society, when you're not feeling, your voice isn't heard, you start thinking inside, why am I even doing this? Why did, the organization I'm working in put me in this position, if it's not going to listen or value my opinions, okay? And what that happens is once you start thinking about all that, it's like a mountain becomes a mole, or a molehill becomes a mountain. And it just leads to more self-destruction, which just creates more fear and confusion, whether we know it or not. And the only one responsible for that is me, in my life. I can either create that fear and confusion or I can dispel it. I could be that green woman standing on that rock, letting those vines pull me into the, the wildwood forest and, having all that negative energy come into me, or I can do something. I can do something different. I can say to myself, you know what? I'm not going to hang around those people anymore. Or, you know what? Maybe it's the way I communicate my ideas that aren't valued. Okay? So what I tend to try to do is I try to look at the past. All right? Because to me, a past is a good experience. It's nothing I can change. All right? But if I could look at the past and how I handled things then that should be able to help me handle things going forward. Maybe I need to change something. Maybe I need to ask a question of, help me understand, why this process wouldn't work. And ask a more intuitive question, okay? The other thing that I've done over the years too is I've relied more on spirit. I've relied more on universe to guide me. And some people think that's crazy, but I know the viewers on this channel, wouldn't say that. If we listen to our intuition and we're in tune to what the world has, okay, we're not going to let those fears and that confusion and that panic, rattle us. Because like I talked about yesterday, we've got that good foundation of that Ace of Stones. So, I always look at the positives. And even if somebody is having a bad day and they try to hurt me with their words, I have to turn the other cheek and think of myself, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And kind of have that tough skin. And this is what that green woman needs to have with the arrows coming at her. She needs to have that tough skin, okay? And at the same time, having that tough skin and maybe walking away mad, maybe, I know for myself it's very hard to do, but I find myself doing it at times and just, I'll walk back up to my office or I'll be out in the car and I'll just, what, Lord, Spirit, I forgive that person. I forgive them for what they said. We've never had, those types of conversations in the past. And yeah, it was hurtful, but, thanks for showing it to me. Thanks for opening that up to me. I'm going to pray for that person because maybe they're having a bad day. All right. And, they were maybe they were speaking out of anger or whatnot. And, by putting on that, by forgiving others and having that tough skin and not letting those other people's fears come into, your thinking patterns, okay, allows you to, stay positive, allows you to, be more clear-minded, have more of that positive energy, be more active, all right? And, the biggest thing that I can say, for this green woman on this card, is get off the rock. Move forward. Don't be a sitting target, Make it harder for them to hit you. And that's kind of the message that, going forward out of this, all right, is the only person that can take care of yourself is you, okay? And if you can get your thinking straight, if you can get everything in your head, get rid of those fears and confusions and face those fears and confusions, maybe that's another thing that you need to do too, okay? And focus on what's going to make you better. Focus on that positive energy. Once you start focusing on that positive energy and getting some positive action, then you open yourself up to the universe for that law of attraction, okay? That Two of Vessels. Letting the universe rain down on you, okay, with more blessings, more responsibility, okay? And when you have those more blessings and that more responsibility, you're able to share it. You're able to give out that love to others, okay? And you're not afraid to do it. You're not confused. You know in your heart it's the right thing to do. So that's today's card, the Seven of Arrows, Insecurity. I hope you enjoyed, the video. Hit that like button for me and share it with others. Subscribe to the channel. That's an important piece too. And, I think I'm going to switch some things up here in February. Moving forward, I've been doing this now for 2 months, and, I'm not insecure about this anymore. I don't have that fear. I don't have that insecurity. I don't have that panic. I think I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to do something different. So anyways, hit that like button for me. Share it with others. Subscribe to the channel. And this is D for the Spirit's Path. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.